mankind has united, creating a space program designed for all peoples. Global politics have been thrown out the window, with one common goal of going to space. This is and welcome to the absolute first episode. This is a heavily modded series in which I have added a ton of different mods. Contract mods, there are snacks, planetary bases, buffalo, whole whack of mods. I also have a folder that you can download which has every single mod that I have currently installed. It'll be updated once a week and expect to see more and more mods. The entire thing driving this is the unkerbalized start mod, which starts with unmanned flight and slowly moves to manned spaceflight. Creating a giant tech tree that is completely supported by other mods. All of the mods that I have, completely changed the game, and I absolutely love it. It makes it more challenging and a bit more realistic while keeping the Kerbal experience to it, the wacky, goofy Kerbal experience. I also have a planet pack installed, the Outer Planets pack, but expect some to be added, assuming they're compatible. That is all that you need to know. As I set up the game here, you can see there's a lot of tabs to go through now. Now, I'm going to be starting out with 20 science. You might be wondering why. I'll end up converting it all into funds, but what happened was one of the mods I have installed actually makes it so your probes have to have direct communication to the KFC in order to function. And what happened is the stock upgrades you get from the unkerbalized start means that you can't communicate with the KSC. So I had to start out with 20 science, which is the lowest amount you can start with, so I could buy Engineering 101, which would get me a Communitron to put on my rocket. Otherwise, it's just impossible to continue. You can't run science experiments, you can't fly your rocket. Hell, the only thing you can do is recover it. There was nothing I could do. And here we go, Engineering 101, and we're going to buy Structural. I'm actually going to turn all that science into funds by using the, I'm not entirely sure what these nodes are. The preview window's way too small for me to see. But this video is relatively short, but expect them to get quite long considering this is a career mode. Save. Yes, the thing that Matt Lown is too scared to do. I am now doing career mode. I actually kind of like it. Like with my contract mods, it adds a bunch of different contracts instead of just having to test out parts or doing different reports. Expect more to be added because I absolutely love them. But we're adding some science stuff, batteries, communications dishes, and solar panels because I'm going to be. At first, I thought, hey, I probably have to transmit the science, and then I remembered, oh wait, I have those parachutes. You're not supposed to start with parachutes, but those are the buffalo parachutes. I personally think you should, just because it makes sense. Like, they already knew parachutes were a thing back in 1954 when NASA was founded, so why they didn't just equip the rockets back with them, it didn't make any sense to me. So I was fine with adding the Buffalo parachutes. These are the ones that come with the Buffalo Rover mod. There's a whole whack load of mods. Currently, if I load up CCAN here, I can get you an exact amount of mods. Now, you might notice that I have those aerodynamic fins slightly tilted. That's, I forget exactly what it's called, but I learned it from another person who's doing the unkerbalized start. If you have your wings slightly rotated, you'll actually get, it'll actually stabilize itself. Kind of like how when you throw, sorry, kind of like how when you throw a football, you curl it. Like, you know, you throw it and you, like, rolls off your hand. It doesn't go straight. But this first thing, we're going to be building a science car to go do science around the KSC because that's one of our contracts. A lot of these first episodes are going to be about getting these contracts done because it's quite important to build up enough funds to be able to go anywhere. And because I have contract packs on, I have so many extra contracts. really won't be a problem in case once I get to the end game phase of this, in case I need more funds. I can just get a contract, go put a base on some planet, and I can take it. In fact, I will continue to add contract packs as I see them pop up. In fact, as we're talking, I am searching up contract contract packs, and let's see, there are urgent contracts. I'm just having a look at all of them. It actually looks like I have all of them installed. Oh, this one doesn't. It's a Comnet Relay pack. I think I'm gonna get the History of Spaceflight as well, just because it'll be easy. The one I'm most excited for is the Tourism Plus, because there are some contracts that add tourism, space tourism, and I absolutely love them. But we're going on close to another contract, another flight of another rocket. There are mods out there that make things take time to build, and I just didn't. I personally don't see the point of them. Like, why would you put a time that things need to take to build? Because then there's just time that you're waiting for stuff to finish building, and I don't like that. But as you can see, a lot of these tech nodes aren't actually filled with stuff. So my goal is to just download more mods. I just download the mods I think look good. So that's what I do. Anyway, you can see we're only slightly, and here we are testing out some parachutes. We're gonna launch up, and as soon as those parameters are met, I'm deploying the parachutes. I don't really want to be. I didn't want to be realistic with these. It took me like 4 attempts, and none of them worked. But I guess they're just flame retardant parachutes, which is good because otherwise this rocket wouldn't have survived. Probably didn't need 3, but that was just the symmetry I went with. And personally, I think it looks cool. And isn't that the art of Kerbal Space Program? Is to make things look cool. It's philosophical right there. But we are going to be doing one more rocket flight to test the radio-mounted parachutes. Yes, yes indeed we are. So, we're going to pick up some more contracts. And I'm kind of just checking all of these. A lot of them are just test parts at certain altitudes and whatever. I don't know, they're easy to do, but I'd rather do them, all of them, in like a couple missions, you know? So I'm gonna slightly tilt those, put on 3 parachutes, stage it correctly, and we can launch. There are a couple other mods out there that I might get, but I think the biggest one I want to get is USI, or Modular Colonization Systems, because I think it's absolutely wonderful. It adds rovers, planetary bases, a whole whack load of stuff that I think is really cool. But I also have 2 mods that work together quite well are Snacks and Deep Freeze, which basically puts Kerbals into cryogenic stasis, so they don't have to run off of the supplies that I bring. So, and I actually think that's really cool, and I quite like it because it means I don't need to worry about supplies. But that brings us to the end of today's episode. Very quick. I'll see you again next time.